and these vultures almost getting taken out by their own mines, but doing a good job of just creating a delay and delay and delay, keeping this mine clearing from really being all that effective. One vulture getting taken out by its own mine at that stage. Still no observers out in the field. This is the thing, is these mines are being laid kind of because these mines are being laid aggressively here, they can't, or protectively here, they can't be used aggressively otherwise. So the observatory really not needed, the observer not much needed for Racquetball at this stage of the game, and it looks like he's researching Psystorm. See if he's already got, looks like he's got Zealot speed as well, which will definitely help clear this minefield in a hurry. We'll see if he decides to do so and push in. Looks like supply count wise 65 versus 82, so Racquetball doing a very good job of staying ahead in that regard. And a Stargate already, so we're going to see another quick tech. This has been pretty standard from Racquetball. Quick tech to Big Air versus Terran. So and it's pretty, it is the staple of Protoss versus Terran. We'll see if Demonologist has enough to really fight it off. He's just now getting his secondary up, has a lot of tanks in the background, not doing a good job of hiding them, not revealing them, getting a missile turret up at the foreground to help deal with those Dark Templar. Has still 4 factories up and has done a pretty good job of pumping out of them. Also get some turrets in the background just in case there was a Dark Templar drop. High Templar are joining the fray on the front door. I think Psystorm is about 2/3 finished, and it looks like we're going to see a fleet beacon go up. So and this is really going to play against Demonologist and what he's been doing up to this stage. He's really been boxing himself in. He's playing more of a slow push game, and we'll see if he pushes out 100 supply. Actually, it looks like he's sending some vultures out, able to pick off one of the High Templar. Let's see if he can get the second one. Not quite able to get the second High Templar out, and we'll see if this High Templar decides to Psystorm a lot of these mines actually. We'll see if more vultures push out, but really Demonologist needs to gather up an attack force, and it looks like, very nice, going out and picking off that second High Templar and laying some mines, maybe to establish an additional base in the future, or at least keep that additional base from going up. But what Demonologist needs to do is he needs to get around 100 supply and start pushing against this now, or start producing a lot of Goliaths. And I don't see an armory down. I don't see any additional. I don't see any anti-air being produced at this stage by Demonologist. And it looks like he's going to be. I think his plan at this stage might be to just continue and see if this. That's going to be able to push up and. Interesting. Not doing any damage to buildings. There, a little factoid there. Mines don't do damage to buildings. But it looks like he's going to do these piecemeal vulture attacks to try to be harassed, take those Templar down, sieging up a lot of tanks here on that ridge side. And I think this is again where lack of knowledge about BGH might be playing against him. He could do this on a normal map and be successful with it, but going up against 4 gas at this stage, and it looks like another base being put up at that 3 o'clock location. With the economy that Racquetball has, he can tech up and hold this, and he's got a really good, and wow, those Dark Templar are able to push up once again and be annoying. We'll see if that comsat, even if that comsat does, wow, very nice pick off, didn't lose anything there. Counter Psystorm going off, taking a lot of those vultures. The Zealots pushing in to get in proximity, but a lot of those vultures able to in hold position alongside to protect those tanks. Those looks like those vultures came in from the top position. So right now, if Demonologist pushes, I think he can win this game. But if he ends up holding, he's going to end up holding and facing air and anti-air. Looks like air is already being produced, and he has nothing to stop this air. Additional factory going down. Again, I still only see turrets to deal with that air. So Demonologist needs to push, and he needs to push now, and he needs to go very quickly if he's going to end up winning this game. But it looks like he's going for more of a slow push and contain, which is really going to work to Racquetball's favor. Mines getting led to the back, but Racquetball probably sweating it right now. He's like, come on. Looks like he's also got a probe at that 12 o'clock location. Maybe he's thinking about establishing a base right there. Has managed to get that 3 o'clock location, keeping the mines from being cleared. But Demonologist slow pushing, taking map control at the center, and he's just going to end up paying for it because of these carriers being produced at the upper right-hand base. Still no anti-air, not even turrets here in the middle. Supply depot being put down just to deal with ground forces. And just kind of a couple forces here. Again, Demonologist slow pushing, and is just going to get run over ultimately. It looks like I'm not sure what that was. Maybe a Dark Templar in the backfield. Still just a lot of factories down. I still don't see an armory though. And still just, there's the armory finally, but already 2/3 done with the carriers, and I think I already saw a couple carriers out in the fray. Maybe he already spotted them out, maybe spotted in that upper right-hand corner, but he's going to be going up with looks like a Dark Templar going to be able to sneak through the backside detection for Racquetball as well, and take out a couple of these tanks that are entrenched, able to do a little concussive damage as well. 108 supply versus 142, but keep in mind most of that isn't carriers, so he can still push this. He needs to send the vultures to that 3 o'clock and continue to just completely push in that tank. Some Dark Templar coming in from the north just to again do that slow harassment, but the carriers have already been produced. I think it's just too late for Demonologist at this stage. He's going to be facing an air force that he has nothing to stop momentarily. Observer in position to kind of spot this out, and if he was going to win it, I think he needs to push exactly right this moment, but I don't think he's going to, and he's again just kind of doing the slow contain, which is exactly what Racquetball wants. He's kind of smiling about it, probably like ha ha ha, I got away with something. Alongside Zealots pushing up alongside, mostly a Zealot Dragoon heavy army. I don't see any High Templar in the backside. Zealots, looks like a couple Zealots getting picked off. A couple free hits on that front door, but again, just the slow push, exactly what he wants. Looks like already 3 carriers out, probably looks like 4th on its way, 5th, 6th on its way as well. Again, the academy, the armory is up, but no Goliaths being produced, no Weapons 1 being researched, and you really need Weapons 1 alongside. Demonologist still doing that slow push on the front door, and it looks like Racquetball just holding on for his life at this stage. He's like, don't push, don't push, don't push, just continue with this slow stuff, and as long as he continues with this slow stuff, he'll be successful. Zealots pushing in with those tanks, even unsieged, but it looks like, wow, this is a really nice ball, actually, I've got to say, on Demonologist's part. Able to wipe out all those Zealots as they're pushing in without losing a lot of his main force of tanks. Now going to continue with that press in, and nothing to defend that front door if he decides to press this. So he's going to look at this, all in attack force, and nothing to defend that front door except these 3 Dragoons. And it looks like, yeah, just a big attack force pressing in, and it looks like, oh, carriers coming from the north. This might be too late because this is a huge attack force. Maybe if he can, wow, Zealots just being streamed in to create a little bit of delay, and there's the carriers, and this is right where Demonologist has got to be kicking himself, going, crap. He's at least going to get some degree of an early warning. The question is 3 carriers enough, and what's being produced out of the gateways? 3 carriers plus this enough? If he can siege, he's going to be able to kill a lot of probes. Maybe he can siege up and take out this Nexus, and take out some of the additional tech. Looks like Weapons 1 is being upgraded. Focusing on that Nexus, looks like a couple of those vultures have been killed. And some Zealots and some Dark Templar are able to get in proximity of those tanks. So the carrier is not even needed. This Nexus, it's going to be really close here whether this Nexus gets taken out or not. But even if oh man, and it holds. Weapons 1 has been upgraded. Weapons 1 for the ground units also upgraded in the opposite side. There are some Goliaths, but the map control has been breached. As you can see, it's the mineral to gas ratio. Really bad for Demonologist at this stage versus the 1900, almost 2000 gas on the opposite end. The carrier is pushing up, and Demonologist is in a bad position. He's producing a lot of Goliaths, and now this is kind of the same situation we saw with Megapoly, where he needs to have a more in 179 supply versus 99, where he needs to have a much more diverse attack force than he has. It's mostly Goliaths at this stage. Mine's being cleared out to the north. Looks like he did manage to get some vultures there through to that upper right-hand corner. I think that carrier alone should be able to take care of it. A lot of these probes probably going to get killed though. Mine's being set to the 12 o'clock, but I don't think it's going to matter. Dragoons plus Dark Templar pushing in on that turret. Let's see if they decide to take that turret out. And that Dark Templar actually really going to be a pain some mines in the background, but those mines going to run right. Oh, going to do a lot of those damage to the Dragoons if they go off as well. Looks like 1 Goliath being killed, and 2 more Goliaths on top of that. And with this just a little bit of measly support, that's all it takes is some Dragoons. Goliaths are very good attack units when they're attacking against one grouping, usually either the air or the ground, oftentimes, but having to attack against both, they're not as effective, and attacking both right now. Piecemeal forces being sent up, and it looks like Zealot form. No weapons upgrade, and these Goliaths just getting whittled down. So many carriers up in the air. Looks like those vultures have been taken care of in the upper right-hand corner. I can tell by the minimap. And reinforcements now pouring in. Demonologist is going to, in fact, lose this game 1. Very close match, I would say. Just barely losing it. If he had pushed just a little bit sooner, he would have, in fact, taken the game. But Demonologist loses game 1. Racquetball takes it on his standard quick shift of tech. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Going to go and do the final match. This was game 1. Demonologist with his back against the wall. It's best of 3, keep in mind. So we'll see if he can even it up. It's going to be his choice of maps.